Yo, what's good, man? We back with another video for y'all, man. You know we got to talk about what's going on right now with Fat Joe, man. If you haven't heard, I'm about to give y'all the scoop. We finna watch this video and we gonna react to this shit. So crazy allegations in this motherfucker. Let's get right to it.
And sit down and shut the door. Fat Joe has just been accused of Diddy-like crimes, and baby, this one is a doozy. What is going on? Remember we said that Diddy was going to set the level, and if the prosecution can put him away, there's going to be so many other people to fall. Baby, next up on the roster is Fat Joe, Terror Squad. Yo, let me run this down really quick for you because this breakdown is ridiculous. Okay, listen. Here's everything that's in play. I had to take notes. There's so much. Let me run it down, then we're going to go on live and read the lawsuit. The main laws at play, Rico. They're trying to get him on a Rico Act. TVPA, Trafficking Victims Protection Act. Federal.
Damn. Is it me or it just seem like nowadays everything's a Rico? They put everything in Rico, nigga. They do that so they don't have to have 100% concrete evidence of anything. They gonna cycle all y'all niggas together. Bow. Rico, niggas going to jail.
Wire and mail fraud, and unjust enrichment, fraud, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Maybe let's get into this, all right? So the plaintiff is Terrence Dixon. Again, we're gonna go in deeper, but we gotta talk about this. The plaintiff is Terrence Dixon. He served as Fat Joe's hype man, writer, vocalist, tour manager, and bodyguard from 2005 to 2022. He claims he was never properly credited or paid, despite contributing to multiple hits and international tours. And when I said that, I said, okay, so this sounds like standard fodder. And I've been hearing whispers about what was going on in Terror Squad. But get this, he also alleges psychological abuse, financial theft,
All right, let's just be the devil's advocate on this shit. How come motherfuckers be this close to niggas when they doing this type of shit, right? Sweep it under the rug the whole time. The whole time. If y'all say they doing this, this, and this, and y'all was around these niggas for years, hyping them up, going on tours, city to city, seeing all the hoes, the freaks, all the shit they got going on, why y'all be allowing that shit to happen? Do y'all wait till the money dry out, or y'all wait till they start paying y'all, and then y'all come out with the accusations? Cause that don't make you no better if you witnessing all this and you ain't said shit the whole time. Whew, I don't know.
Actual coercion and violent intimidation. Who are the defendants? All right, they're saying Fat Joe, Joseph Cartagena, is the ringleader. Pistol Pete Torres is the muscle and enforcer. Richard Josperetti is a business manager and internal enforcer.
Hey man, hit that like button right now. Hit that subscribe button for me right now too, man. I'm trying to get this shit up.
Okay, here's what you want to do.
And Erica, there's Erica Moriera, is a fake lawyer who set up the shell companies for laundering money. Oh my God. And get this, and Sneaker Addict Touring LLC and Slate Incorporated, the corporate fronts for fraud. They also got Rock Nation in here, but they're saying Rock Nation just benefited from the touring and whatnot. The main
Rock Nation always send some shit, man. Rock Nation, what the fuck y'all be having going on out there, motherfucker? Y'all always send some shit. We got this shit. We got the Tory Lanez making the stallion shit. Rock Nation might be the root of all the motherfucking evil, for real.
Rico is Fat Joe. Okay, so here's the allegations. Unpaid labor and song theft. So Terrence claims that he co-wrote and performed 20 or more songs, We All the Way Up, Congratulations, Ice Cream, etc. He was allegedly promised 15% of all earnings and credit, but he received nothing. Instead, he got ghost contracts, and forged split sheets were submitted to BMI ASCAP, cutting him out. I think that's the record, people.
That's an ASCAP and BMI.
I know we're starting slow, but it's about to get crazy. Money laundering and tax fraud. Fat Joe allegedly collected hundreds and thousands in cash and didn't report it. He used fake W-2s to inflate Terrence's income on IRS records to hide wage theft. The sneaker store Up NYC operated as a front, with employees flaunting luxury despite low official salaries, and defendants filed for fraudulent PPP loans using sneaker addict touring. There's also tour exploit.
The nigga got that PPP. Oh shit, bro! Fat Joe, your ass going down, my boy. Allegedly, for YouTube purposes, allegedly. But it ain't looking good, man. I'm ready to get to the Diddy like crimes, my nigga, cause that's why a lot of these motherfucking celebs was quiet. These niggas be quiet when this nigga Diddy was going through it. You ain't hear a peep from a nigga. You ain't hear a nigga stand outside. Niggas like they didn't even know Diddy. That's the reason why right here, man. Shit.
Exploitation and financial control. They said he was booked for over 200 shows, but only paid $254 per show, while the contracts showed that they paid him $3,000. His per diem of $100 a day was routinely stolen. He slept in lobbies while others flew first class. And Fat Joe allegedly took $30K Live Nation check meant for Terrence and used it to pay his own taxes. But y'all, let's get into this. The sexual coercion and control. Baby, this is a detailed unpacking. Now, there is a section of the lawsuit that alleges that Fat Joe used Smex as a method of psychological domination, humiliation, and subjugation. These weren't isolated incidents, he's claiming, and they were rooted in consensual groupie culture. This was an alleged systematic pattern of sexual coercion used to break and control Terrence. Here's how it unfolded, okay? Now, this is alleged based on his complaint, but let's get into this, okay? He said he wasn't just performing music. He was allegedly forced to perform sexually, not for his own gratification, but to maintain access to income, travel, shelter, and safety.
Fat Joe, you a freak? Freaky ass nigga? Hey, we finna call that nigga Fat Diddy or Joe Diddy type shit. Nah, that's some crazy shit, my nigga. These niggas be, y'all niggas nasty, gang. Y'all niggas be freaky ass niggas, bro.
Fat Joe allegedly
God
made it
damn.
clear that compliance equals survival. You refuse and your flight home gets canceled. You refuse and you sleep in the lobby. You refuse and you lose your spot. Okay, so there was performance-based humiliation. And one specific incident in Miami, after a
First off, what hotel gonna let you sleep in the lobby anyway? Just use your imagination for a second. If you in the lobby of a hotel, you in that bitch sleep, and I'm sure Fat Joe ain't in like no regular ass hotel. He in some bougie shit. Da 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 da. You really think the motherfucking lobby people, the hotel motherfuckers, is gonna let a motherfucker be in the lobby sleep all night? Come on now.
show, Fat Joe allegedly brought a woman to his hotel suite. He ordered Terrence to sleep with her in front of a group, with the bathroom door open, shouting, "Get your D hard, Terrence," or they're calling him TA. Members of the crew, including Pistol
You
Pete
telling
and
another
JB,
nigga to get they dick hard is
reportedly watched
crazy
and
work.
laughed. One joked, "Yo, Joe, I'm not about to stand here and watch this ninja's D." Terrence allegedly did not want to participate, but he felt he had no choice.
There's always a choice, nigga. Don't do that. It's always a choice, my nigga. You don't want to miss out on the opportunities and the shit that come with the lifestyle and shit. So that's why you doing it. You could say no and lose all that shit, but you rather not. You want to stay involved, stay close and shit to what's going on and shit. That's how I be looking at it, bro. Like, these niggas be having choices and shit, but they rather live a lifestyle, and then when that shit don't work out later in life, here they come dropping all the bullshit. Here come they dropping all the stories, dropping all the shit. He had me fucking hoes. He had me doing this, and this. You was perfectly okay with it, my boy.
Also, there was surveillance and direction. These sexual performances were sometimes filmed, sometimes directed. The environment was described as under surveillance. There were security cameras, management staff. They even said Rock Nation's extended team were allegedly aware.
Bro, it's Rock Nation Pornhub. Shit sound like a whole production company, my nigga. Like, it sound like a whole ass fully produced films and that bitch. Cameras here, here, and here, and here, and here, and shit. Come on, now.
Joe was said to have orchestrated who TA would sleep with, watched and sometimes gave verbal instructions. Is this not sounding like Diddy and Cassie? And used the presence of others to enforce psychological shame. Now, he did say there was retaliation for refusal. On at least one occasion, Terrence refused to comply with the coerced Smex Act. In response, Fat Joe canceled his flight, left him stranded overseas, and cut off access to money or shelter, making him fully dependent on Joe's approval to survive. And there was also creepy language of ownership. He alleges...
All right. Cut off all funds. Boom, 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 boom. You don't got your own bank account, my nigga? Make that shit make sense. How a nigga cutting off funds like he the fucking FBI and shit? Freezing your accounts and shit. Boy, stop it. You ain't had none of your own chips saved up. If you did, you could have got your own flight back. How you out there moving around with this nigga with zero? Nigga with nothing. Nothing. That's like a chick getting flown out and shit, having no chips on them. The nigga want to smack and they don't want to do none. Then the nigga like, all right, well, go back home, nigga. I ain't sending you no flight or nothing. And then the girl out there stuck because she don't got no money. That's like, why you catching a flight depending on another person with no money in your own shit? It's just stupid. You can't get me to fly all the way across the motherfucking country and shit, be in a different country, and I don't got no paper on me at all. It's crazy work. Now you get end up in situations like this and shit. Allegedly.
Said Joe made it clear that his bodies and his actions were not his own. The expectation was be sexually available on command, never say no or you're out. And this wasn't about pleasure, it was about enforcing loyalty through humiliation. Now listen, these actions are framed in the lawsuit as textbook sex trafficking under coercion, especially the forced performance under threat, inability to leave due to financial and physical control, repetition over time. He claimed over 4,000 acts he was forced to perform.
You ain't forced to do. You ain't forced to fuck 4,000 hoes, my nigga. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. There has to come a point where we gotta stop this type of shit, bro. Like, you fuck 4,000 bitches. Bro, like, what? 4,000 is crazy. That's the shit I be talking about. You sat there all that time. Like I said, you just part of the lifestyle. You live in a lifestyle with this nigga. I don't know. That shit is weird having niggas order you to do shit like that. Blah, blah, blah. But, like, you doing it at this point, nigga. That's your life, nigga. That's what you do, nigga. 4,000 times, nigga. That is your job, nigga. Ain't no way around it, nigga. That is literally what you there for. You know it, my nigga, because you been doing it, nigga. After the first time, you feel me, I get it, and you would have felt bad and been like, dude, but 4,000 times, my nigga, we ain't going for that, bro. Like, that shit crazy.
And the occurrence across state lines intentional. You guys, he also claimed about lining him up. They said that when he started to complain, Fat Joe attempted a violence or a hint. Now let's talk about the retaliation attempt after he began asserting his rights publicly. Now, there's supposedly an audio recording of the setup. The lawsuit includes a recorded call between Pistol Pete, Fat Joe's enforcer, and a man named Percy, a mutual contact of both Pete and Terrence. Here was the plan. Pete allegedly asked Percy to get in touch with TA and Terrence and convince him of the meetup, so the enterprise could deal with them, interpreted as a violent ambush. These are the key quotes from the audio.
Joe Brown from Accent Logger. For years,
hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now type shit, man. And let me know what y'all think about Fat Joe, man. Leave it in the comments, man. What y'all think right now?
He needs to be dealt with accordingly. My hood is gonna bring him to me like they always done. Ninja's gonna bring it right to where you at. He implies that TA violated Joe by speaking out, and retaliation was expected. And when Percy refused to help line TA up, Pete replied, don't ever tell me bring a ninja to you, I'm not never doing that. Of course, lining up, I don't know. I guess that speak for putting a hit out on someone. So, was there a real attempt? Well, from the lawsuit, there was no actual attack occurred. This recording clearly outlines an active conspiracy to set him up for a potential assault or even worse. The threats were specific, they were targeted, and they were made by someone, Pete, with a known history, that's his enforcer, of carrying out Joe's violent orders. This lawsuit doesn't just talk about verbal abuse, but a predicate act under Rico and witness tampering statutes. You guys, what is going on over in Terror Squad? You guys, what is going on? Again,
Trying to strike a chord, but it's probably A minor. That's what the fuck going on, bro. These niggas, oh my god, man.
There was psychological coercion that they cited. Fat Joe's mantra is nobody leaves Terror Squad in one piece. Reference past violence like the slashing of Cuban Link as a warning. And TA was threatened with being stranded overseas, losing work, and being publicly shamed. Y'all, what? The enterprise culture, code words and enforcers, the crew used coded terms like ketchup, that meant slashing, Maitundin, that meant Maitundin. What is that? That meant murk people. Cowbee, that meant slap. And Corbin meant put in a casket. Violent enforcers like Pistol Pete and Rich PLAYA were used in these recorded conversations, and the culture functioned like a criminal hierarchy with orders, punishment, and obedience. You guys, what is going on? Again, this is no shocking thing. TA claims he was forced in over 4,000 sexual acts, often orchestrated and watched by Fat Joe. What? Okay, these are all alleged. We don't know if it happened. I assume if they're making a lawsuit, they have proof. But what is going on? Kanye allegedly likes to watch. Diddy likes to watch. And now they putting Fat Joe's name on the list. Ooh.
Yeah, why y'all like watching niggas, bro? That shit. That shit weird as fuck, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all niggas some nasty ass motherfuckers, man. Why you wanna watch another nigga fuck? Stop.
Refusal led to retaliation, like stranding him in Germany or Spain without tickets or lodging, and these acts were put on a humiliation ritual culture for control and subjugation. There was also exhibitionism and surveillance. In one incident, oh my God. Yeah, he used it as a tool of discipline and power. Also, he was scrubbed from linear notes, I guess that's music credits, ASCAP credits, and music metadata, deprived of future licensing, sync, and publishing revenue, and estimated over $600,000 in royalties, and fake contracts were backdated to make it seem like Joe was the sole creator. Again, after he spoke out, Pistol Pete and Rich allegedly plotted an ambush, and mutual flame named Percy refused to line him up and recorded a phone call with the threats. And again, the quotes include, he violated Joe, he needs to be dealt with. Now, here's the last thing that I do want to say is very, very Diddy-like, and we need to talk about this. The lawsuit alleges Fat Joe had sexual relations with 3 underage women. We're going to refer to them as minions. One minion was a 16-year-old in New York City, received cash and favors in exchange for sloppy toppy. Minion.
Wait, what? Did they say 6? Hold on.
We're going to refer to them as minions. One minion was a 16-year-old in New York City, received cash and favors in exchange for sloppy toppy. Minion 2, 15-year-old overseas, allegedly flown to Miami and given a BBL, a 15-year-old. And Minion 3, met at 15, allegedly housed by Joe and mentioned in lyrics, "She's my mama." The song "She's My Mama" allegedly describes grooming of a 16-year-old, pressuring her to oral smacks and trafficking language.
What?
Holding rugs, flying her around, and pimping her. TA claims the lyrics match the Minion 3's real experience and say the girl actually confirms it. They said Fat Joe allegedly covered up statutory rape by producer Dre of Cool and Dre. Dre reportedly confessed to having sex with a 15-year-old singer, K Rose, and Joe allegedly used burner phones to silence the family, and K's Rose career disappeared. Y'all, these are some serious allegations. We're gonna go
Hold on.
live.
I gotta see who this is. I gotta see who this is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Later on today to read through the whole lawsuit. But at the end of the day, maybe that's why everybody's being so quiet and people are really, really nervous, because it wasn't just Diddy out there acting a fool. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the content.